everyone, welcome to my Flosstube channel, Thread the Needle. My name is Vani and we are here for Flossmas episode 75. Happy New Year again to everyone. I know I did a little year in review at the beginning of this year, but this is my first official Flosstube video of 2025, if you can believe it. To those of you who are joining me for the first time and have never seen my channel, welcome. I hope you stay and enjoy. This is where I share my love for cross stitch, primarily full coverage cross stitch, and I just love it so much. So those of you who are returning, thanks for coming back. It has been a really lovely 2 weeks. My first 2 weeks in the year 2025 have been going really nicely. I had explained my plan for this new year, and as we all know, plans change. For the foreseeable future, I feel like my plan is going to work. I really like my strategy to try and get to work on more projects, because one thing I found about last year, whether it was, I agree, I did not have a lot of stitching time last year. There was just a lot going on. Things always slow down during the summer because you want to go do outdoor things. And then there was a lot of family things going on, a lot of family either visiting us or us going and visiting family. So I'm hoping 2025, with this new method to my madness, that things are going to take a turn. So I'm going to start with, rather than going through my stitching plan again, you can reference my previous video. I'm just going to tell you with each piece that I show you what the plan is for that piece. First, I would like to start by sharing with you a new cross stitch planner that I got. It is a digital planner and I absolutely love it. It is, you can purchase it on Etsy by Rainbow Sheets Studio. And can I just say that I think it is the most amazing thing ever. So I'm not going to go through like a tutorial on how to use it, because a stitching friend of mine, Ebony, on her channel is In Stitches with Ebony. She has done a really quick tutorial on how to input data into the sheet and how to use it, and it's just absolutely lovely. So I have done all the prep work. I entered in all my projects, and I really had to kind of go back and kind of remember what year I started some of these pieces, because it, you know, keeps track of all that. So I'm just going to show you as an example. I'm going to try and make it a little smaller so you can see. So I don't know how the glare is going to work on this, but let's give it a go. Oh, no, hang on. The keyboard's on the other side. I'm going to unhook the keyboard to my tablet so that doesn't make any issues. So at a quick glance, you can see this is the calendar of January, and each day that I input data, it shows me what I have worked on. Okay, and then this is my summary. Oh, I don't want a keyboard. And this is my summary. It keeps track of this. Oh my God, this is horrible. Horrible. Anyway, needless to say, it's absolutely lovely. It shows everything that I want to keep track of in my stitches. And I'll tell you why that's important, because a lot of my plans for my stitching plan for 2025 revolves around keeping track of numbers and goals and the like. But like I always say, no matter what my goals are this year, my number one goal is to not stress about my goals. So whether my goal is to stitch so many stitches, and if I don't get it done, I'm not going to stress about it. So let's dive right in. First off, we have, and I don't know if you remember, but for my stitching retreat, I got, in London, I got this cute little project bag holder. So I have my daily projects in there to work on. I'm going to start with my anniversary piece. As you all know, I am working on an anniversary piece as a surprise gift for my husband. I'm going to try and put before pictures, but this is the progress that I have made on it. And I have managed to, in the last 2 weeks, it is my daily focus piece, and I try to stitch at least 200 on it every night. There was, and like I said, I'm not stressing about it because there was one day within the last 2 weeks that I just wasn't in the mood to cross stitch, and that's fine. And then it took me a couple of days to get back to routine. So, and that's fine. With all that, I was able to get in on my daily focus piece, which is my anniversary piece, 2,409 stitches, which brought me to here. So the top of his face is almost done. I'm so excited. And I don't know if it's, I'm going to talk about how I feel about this new method of stitching, but this is how much I've gotten done. I'm really enjoying it. There was, you know, a time period that I wasn't enjoying it last year, and I really want to because I don't want to not enjoy this piece because it's so special. So I'm really happy with where I got to on this. Okay, now I'm going to hide that away before he gets a chance to even pop his head in here, although he doesn't usually interrupt me when I'm doing this video, so I think I'm in the clear. All right, so I'm going to pop that back in the bag. Next up, we are going to discuss Ganesh. So Ganesh is my secondary focus piece, meaning that I don't want to stitch 200 a day on it. I think I'm focusing 50 stitches a day on it, which brought me up to completing 766 stitches on it. And this is how far I got. So it's my secondary focus piece. And that really just means that after anniversary, if I happen to finish it this year, then Ganesh will become my primary focus piece. And if it doesn't happen this year, then next year Ganesh is going to be my primary focus piece. I really want to see a finish on this because I'm already halfway done and I want to just get through the second half. So that's Ganesh. I'm going to stick that one back in here as well. Then we move on to, so as you know, I have a retreat piece that I'm working on, mini meditation. And this one also, I try to do 50 stitches a day on it every day that I sit down to stitch. And in the last 2 weeks, I managed to get 907 stitches in. I'm trying to see which side is up. This side is up. So this is where I am at. So I want to complete this block before my next retreat, which is in April. I'm doing Stitch North again. So, oh, I just love this piece. It's just really soothing. Mini meditation. I guess there's something to it, right? It's really nice. So colorful. I really, really enjoy it. So much. Then next, so those are the ones that I work on daily. Okay, then the next daily piece is my daily 50 piece from my big projects, from my rotation. So it's my daily 50 rotation. So that means for the first 2 weeks, so from the 1st of the month until the 15th of the month, I do 50 stitches a day on this piece. The first one that was selected was Prelude to a Kiss. So Prelude to a Kiss, from the first 2 weeks of the month, I completed 975 stitches. I still got a thread hanging there in the needle, but that's what I got done. So it's really difficult to see how much progress I actually made, but a lot of confetti was filled in over here, and then I'm trying to get this piece back into my regular diagonal routine. So as you can see, I'm trying to work on filling in that diagonal there. So not bad for a daily 50 rotation piece. So I'm excited to see what is next in my daily 50 because this gets put away and back into rotation. And I get to pick another one for today because today is the 16th. So 1 to the 15th, I do one. And then from the 16th to the end of the month, I do another one for my daily 50 rotation. Then I have my main rotation piece. I think there's 10 to 11 pieces in that rotation. And I spin the wheel and whatever it lands on, I stitch until I get 500 stitches on it before I switch it out. And usually that takes me about 3 days, sometimes 4. So I'm really happy that I was able to do as many pieces as I could. First up in my main rotation was Colors of India, and I did 531 stitches, and that's where we got it to. So exciting. I love it. Love it. And one of my favorite counts to stitch on is 18, and this is just always so lovely. It's an easy stitch. I'm really enjoying it. Then next we got QS Life is an Open Book London in the daily rotation. Sorry, not the daily rotation, my main rotation. And that I did 510 before I switched it out, which is really lovely. So you can see a lot of this area was filled in, and we're moving on. It's really lovely. Such an enjoyable piece to work on when you actually see some progress, you know what I mean? And my last main rotation in the last 2 weeks was QS Sapphire. And I did 591 stitches, and there she is. So I was able to fill in a lot in this area right here, and we're working on finishing this diagonal. I will say though, I do kind of travel into the next adjoining diagonals just because there's only like 1 or 2 stitches, and I would rather finish that off than start and stop a thread. But there you go, QS Sapphire. So what can I tell you about my style of rotation this year so far? I really like it because it's a lot more stress-free because I'm only expecting myself to stitch 50 stitches on those daily 50 rotations or my main pieces. It's not a lot of pressure. Whether it's confetti stitching or block stitching, 50 stitches doesn't take that long, and it's lovely. And then the thought of a main rotation piece getting rotated out every 500 stitches, I don't think I have stitched on this many projects in a span of 2 weeks in a very long time. And a lot of those projects I didn't even stitch on at all last year. So that, I think, is what I'm really looking forward to, is stitching more on all my pieces. Like being able to really pick up all my pieces that, because there were some, as you may recall in my whip parade, that I hadn't even touched last year, and that kind of made me really sad. And I was like, I got to come up with a different plan because I love working on these pieces, and it's kind of rejuvenating my love for the projects that I have in my hands right now. I know I have a lot of whips, but who doesn't? So I'm very much enjoying, and I'm hoping that the next 2 weeks go fairly well at the same time. But because I think I have such a strenuous daily goal, even if I skip a day or two, I think I'll still see progress at the end of the month, which is nice because it means I can take a break and I'll still make progress enough to make me happy at the end of the month or at the end of a 2-week run. So I'm really enjoying myself, and I hope you have enjoyed the progress that I shared today. One thing today, I was supposed to start 2 days ago a new project with Stitchin' Mommy. Here, Stitchin' Mommy on Flosstube. So she and I were supposed to start Bits and Bobbins by Heaven and Earth Designs. Now me, I was totally unprepared. I was very nonchalant. I was like, yes, I'm totally prepared. I know I have exactly what I need. I didn't. I don't have the fabric, and I thought last week, I was like, no worries. I'll just, go to Michael's because I don't have a local LNS store. I thought, no problem. I'll just go to Michael's and pick up some fabric. Wasn't big enough. You guys, this is a big project, so it didn't cut it. So I had to put in an order, waiting for my fabric to come. So check out what Sarah's got done, and it looks gorgeous. So I'm hoping to start it by the end of the month, and I'll share it with you when I do. So thanks for watching my first Flosstube update in 2025. Can't wait to see you guys again. Bye!